don't need you no more. You was his main hoe, what the fuck you thought he was feeding you for? He needed a hoe, so he put you in the dress. Sent you on the strip cause he needed the dough. And you was fiending the blow. You a hoe. What? You hoe. Yeah, you a hoe. Yeah, you am hoe. You a hoe. Yeah, you hoe. Yeah, you hoe. Yeah, you a hoe.
Okay, let's stop. Hey, what is up there, guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of The Evolve. How you guys doing on today? You know what? I'm doing all right today. We got a lot to go over. We got a lot, man. There is a lot going down. Have you guys ever heard of organized crime? Well, today we are talking about an organized cancellation, so to speak, of Marshall Mathers. Well, you know what? Before I get into that and even talk about that and go on, let's talk about what's happening. So what you have just heard, that was a diss track, by a member of the Outsidaz named AZ Izz, right here. Now, AZ Izz, he was a member of the, well, not was, but still is a member of the Outsidaz, a group in which Eminem, a group, let's see, they started in like the 1990s, 1991, around that time. I think one of their founding members was a young Z, and he met up with another MC, DU. They were like rival MCs there in New Jersey, but they end up battling, and it turned out it was a tie, and they end up joining forces, creating this group. But this group, this group, they were the real deal there in New Jersey. They were no slouch. I mean, they did their thing. They had their lyrics. I mean, the beats on some of their songs was amazing. It was raw and uncut. I mean, it spoke volume to the times and what they were going through. I mean, the Outsidaz not only, to name a few of their members. Now, they had this group had I can say over about 20 different members. Now, some of the more noticeable, you had Young Z, you had AZ Izz, you had Pace, you had Rod Digga there with Lord Jamar, DU, Bizarre, Eminem. There were a lot of different people that was associated with and in the Outsidaz, But you may be asking yourself, or you should be asking yourself, how does a white boy from Detroit get into, a group in Jersey? Well, I think that started with Bizarre. Bizarre was friends with one of the foundational members, Pace. And when Bizarre went to New Jersey, I imagine he introduced him to the Outsidaz, and him start, rolling with them. Rod Digga, she was a part of this group, and she explains it well in an interview. She kind of states that, we had this, in Jersey, we had like this outhouse. This outhouse was like the house where all the rappers go, you compete, you hang out, there were just battles. There were physical battles and there were rap battles. And he said Eminem, he always found himself, to fist, fighting. And he said that, and she went on to say that, and the Outsidaz, we defended, and we got in a lot of fights because of him, and fought and defended him. So, the Outsidaz, they were down with Eminem. I mean, and they had some great acts too. They work with the Fugees, they work with Redman, they work with D12, they work with Royce the 5'9". They had a lot, like I said, they were that group. They were that dude, so to speak. So, why the video today? Why is one of the members of the Outsidaz threatening Eminem? Oh, here's the thing. In that clip that you guys heard in the intro, it was a diss track by AZ Izz. AZ Izz did that track about 3-4 years ago called Eminem is a Hoe, and or M's a Hoe, Eminem's a Hoe, something along those lines. But he recently, just a few hours ago, he went on a Instagram spree and he had some words that kind of sparked some people's attention and made some people worry. And he hit on Royce the 5'9" and he hit on Eminem. And no, let's just talk about his posts. Okay, so the first post he starts off, it was aimed and directed at Royce the 5'9". Royce, where's all that energy you had for Lil Pump and Benzino at? I think somebody's been watching The Evolve. I said the same thing. I'm with him so far. Now that Snoop Dogg has put pressure on M, you'll do anything for fame. Your album was the only one on the charts that ain't sell. That Grammy alley-oop got you. So that's what he had said to Royce the 5'9", but that was just the post. Let me read to you all what he had to say in the caption. Ooh.
I've heard Royce the 5'9" is in a group chat, shoe shuffling and backpedaling. When are you and the rest of the yes men gonna check Eminem? Detroit is a hole, and M has friends in high places that can rebuild it. Hell, Jaden Smith did something for the water issue in Flint. We ain't heard a peep about what y'all master did. Get your head out your asses, man. Y'all repping the white version of the CB4 a little too hard. He's a fraud, a phony, a fake Stan. Y'all must be Jesus freaks to see the truth and know the truth, but still rep a lie? Remember Harriet Tubman said she could have saved more people. She could have saved more if they knew they were slaves. Let that man fight his own battles. I've never heard a rapper talk shit about another rapper and another rapper that has nothing to do with keeps defending his lame. What y'all forgot what a lame nigga do and look like? Knock it the golf already.
Okay, so there is that. But then his next post, Eminem, your turn. So then he puts up this post and he says that, hey, yo, M, you got 16 days and counting. I better hear retirement talk starting next week, cause I will end your career, boy. I had to get hype on that. I had to get hype. I felt like when he was typing, I will end your freaking career, man. So 16 days from now is the 20th, and that is when Donald Trump is out of the White House and Joe Budden comes. So this is what he said to explain that post in the caption.
Hey Bruce, I'm not taking this one down no matter who you ask to beg me. You better retire. That's a warning to the entire Shady Camp label, team, and staff. I don't care how many records that white nigga Eminem, aka CB4, sells. One song is all it takes. You got 16 days, ho.
Yeah. So he wants Eminem, so is all of this, he wants Eminem to retire? That's what we're trying to get to right now. Now, I will say this. Oh, check this out. Now, I had to reach out. I reached out to him, in all fairness, I reached out to him because, my first instinct was to say, hey, this is for clout, another clout chaser. Everybody is just trying to, it's now this organized cancellation of Eminem. Everybody is coming out in 2021. We talked about Diddy in my last video. I'm the only one talking about the cancellation, the organized. But anyway, I wanted to give the benefit of the doubt, so I reached out and I sent him a message. And I sent him this message, and I was just like, hey, yo, King, hey, check it. I'm about to make a video on you and your post. So to be fair, so that I'm not just speculating, if you have time, if you want to, answer these 3 questions. Now, before y'all flame me in the comments, I know I sent them 4 questions. It's just that when I got to the third, I was like, oh, I gotta ask this last question though. So, but anyway, I asked them. Now, my first question, I needed to know why. Is it just for the clout? When's your new album coming out? What's going on? I asked him questions like, why? I asked him, are there other members, and some of the other members, do they feel the same way you do? I even asked him, was he a 5%er? And you know what? Respect to AZ Izz, because he responded back to me, and let me tell you what he said and on his side. This is not for clout, and he has stated that the reason why he's doing this was because of the untold story of Detroit hip hop. Eminem is CB4. That was his answer, but then he goes on and he finished up his text, and then he said, yo, I dissed him like 2 to 3 years ago. So basically was just letting me know that this didn't just start happening. And this just didn't. And then, I looked into that, and that is where the intro came in, where he dissed him. And then he goes on and he said, to my question, are other members involved in all of this? Do they share your same intentions? And he said some of them, not all of them, but some of them. So, yeah. Now, this is where things get a little spooky and get a little interesting. That's not how you say it, but it just flowed and it felt good, and I felt that way in the moment. Anyway, move with me, people. Move with me. So check this out. It's his last post that I was like, because there was a reason I asked, was he a 5%er? Because of certain terminology that he was using. It did, from my education and my knowledge and my research, it's the sound of a 5%er. But you know who else is a 5%er? Lord Jamar. So, AZ Izz, he did reach out to, recruit Lord Jamar in this, whatever this is right now. We don't really know, but there's a lot of people, and now he's got the Outsidaz. So, this is what he said to Lord Jamar. He said, Lord Jamar, DM me your email. I got some destruction for you. I hope I said that right. I hope I wrote it down right. I got some destruction for you if the white nigga M don't retire on the 20th. When Trump goes, he goes. They both racist as fudge. They feed black people that don't know what real money look like crumbs. In its defense, there are a bunch of, that does happen. That happens to all races too. People take advantage of people that have a lack of knowledge, and people look for that. And I think, but speaking of lack of knowledge and knowledge, that's part of, let's get back to the 5%ers and Lord Jamar, because the 5%ers, they do believe that only 5% of the people, are trying to protect you from the 10% and trying to give you the knowledge. But I'm not getting into that. Lord Jamar, the question is, will Lord Jamar get involved in this? Will he recruit Lord Jamar? Lord Jamar has stated, hey, yo, M, we good. In Lord Jamar's, defense, he has kept true to that. Not one word of Eminem. He's just been doing his podcast. He's been having a lot of different guests and people. So to his defense, he have held true to that. He haven't been pressured like this before. Yeah, there was Snoop Dogg, and he had the opportunity, but he didn't, which is commendable, I guess. But now he's being called out. is being called straight out by a fellow God. What will Lord Jamar do? Will he stay true to his word in regards to M? Or was this the fuel that he was looking for? Or will he stand with, his brothers? Time will tell. But one thing that's for sure, we are all going to be looking forward to what happens on the 20th. Now, AZ Izz, he did also send me a message. His last message to me was to let you guys know that he does have an album out. Take that how you want to take it. I'm pretty sure we can expect a diss track of some sorts. I listened to the whole intro diss track, and it was good. It was good. It wasn't bad. It was a good diss track. I gotta say, it was good. Y'all can go look at it. I had never heard it before, and I was like, dang, they got busy. So it'd be interesting to see how this goes. I do say that this just seems so organized and orchestrated all at one time. And what's to happen? I mean, truly now and then ever, you're going to need those people that are going to stand with you. Where's our 50 going to stand? Where is your Royce going to stand? Where is your Snoop and all these guys are going to stand? Because it does seem, as Crooked said, there's going to be a great divide. Time will tell. This is getting spooky. We'll see. I like to know what you all think in the comments. Hey, if you're new to the channel, you don't want to miss another episode here, boy. Be sure to subscribe, boy. I will see you all in the very next video. But guys, I would say that a friend that ends up turning on you was always a plotting hater from the beginning. I'll see you guys next video.